up guys, Eric, Verus Engineering. We are going to be doing a UCW wing install on our Subaru WRX. This is the VB. So we have the kit components in front of you. We have two uprights, we have two trunk mounts, we have the wing blade with the swan neck mounting. We may offer a bottom mount style unit in the future, but overall the install is going to be very similar, so we'll just continue on with the swan neck for now. Trunk mounts obviously bolt directly to the trunk, and then these are the standoffs which actually bolt to the trunk mount. You'll see that here shortly. We also have a hardware kit which comes with all the stainless bolts, nuts, and washers required, as well as some double-sided tape for the bottom side of these guys. Let's get to the install. All right, as far as tools required for the VB WRX UCW install. Drill. We have a step drill bit. We need 5/8 roughly. You can also use a hole saw. We have a 5/16 drill bit, which will drill through the M8 threads that we need to drill through. Alcohol with a microfiber, 10mm socket on a ratchet, 12mm wrench, 9/16mm wrench, 10mm wrench. We have a 5, 4, and a 2.5mm Allen wrench. And then we have a screwdriver to pry some of those rough plastic rivets off with. All right, guys. I apologize real quick, but the wing's already installed, and apparently I forgot to show how to remove the trunk, so we're going to go over that. It's going to be a little different because obviously we've kind of already messed with the trunk a bit. These two button head cap screws, which are M8s, they're going to be 12mm bolts. You're going to remove those two bolts. That's after we actually disconnect all the electrical connectors back here to right here. So basically all the wires are going to stay with this bar right here, and then we're going to be able to remove the trunk completely. So we're going to use a plastic panel popper or a flathead screwdriver, pop all these off, then we'll have a picture here. Of all the electrical connectors in here. We're going to undo all those electrical connectors, remove all these really annoying plastic push pins that kind of stink to remove, and then leave that wiring harness right here, and then remove the trunk, and then we'll be able to drill the holes that we need to drill. So before we get the trunk back on the car, we're gonna assemble and basically prepare the trunk mounts. So first off, we're gonna take a 50-50 mix of isopropyl alcohol and water. We're gonna clean the bottom of the trunk mounts for the double-sided tape, like so. We're just going for that surface right there. This is just cleaning off all the oil. We're gonna wanna do this on the trunk as well. I won't show that, but we're gonna do that right there. Let that dry, and then we'll stick on the double-sided tape real quick. Double-sided tape is installed. We're now gonna take these spacers, we're gonna thread these in, and we're gonna use a 12mm wrench to tighten them, going for about 6 foot-pounds. It is an M6 thread, nothing too crazy there, right? So, and then they will bottom out. All right. And then that is a finished assembled trunk mount ready to go on the car. All right, so at this point, you're probably gonna want to have a second pair of hands to throw the trunk back on the trunk mounts, or whatever you wanna call these, trunk hinges. I actually have the bolts installed. I guess I can show you that here quickly, but the M8 bolts are through those locations that we drilled through in the trunk. And they're going to accept our little spacers, which we're going to install here shortly. And that's basically how I'm able to hold it like this, and that's what I would recommend you guys do. So basically use another person's hands, set of hands. You don't need to install the trunk mount right away. You can put the trunk on, and it kind of like rests on these lower bolts. Obviously it can fall off, like I can pull it off, but as long as you don't do anything crazy, it's gonna stay there. We're gonna grab that 5mm Allen wrench really quickly, and then I'm going to pull off the double-sided tape. We've already cleaned the trunk. with some isopropyl alcohol. We're going to pull this off, and then we're going to start each one of these by hand. And keep in mind that, like, to not cross thread them, right? Because you can. And you're going to want to tighten these to about 10 to 12 foot-pounds. And then the trunk mounts are basically installed. You are going to need to like align the trunk, I guess. And I'm just using the painted marks that are there from the factory. Basically on that trailing edge or the most rearward point, you can kind of see where they stopped painting because they painted it all together. I'm just going to use that as a guide. Bolt that on really nice and tight. And now we can actually shut the trunk and we will start working on the top side as far as uprights go. All right, so we are going to grab our M6 by 16 millimeter long button head cap screws and a small washer. We're going to throw these uprights on after we drop a washer. Tightening torque will be about 6 foot-pounds. 4 millimeter Allen wrench on this, by the way. All right, guys, so we now have the wing blade. We're installing it by ourselves. It's definitely a little bit easier with another pair of hands. I have the end plates installed. You likely won't. This is like the third time this wing blade's been installed on this car. So we're going to take the M6 socket head cap screws with a small washer. They are 22 millimeters long. We're going to slide them through on one side. Move to the other side. And then use, let's drop it a little bit. It's a bit much. And then we're going to use washers and nylocks on the inside. Obviously, that's your choice. We just prefer that. We think it looks a little bit better aesthetically. You're going to use a 5 millimeter Allen wrench and a 10 millimeter socket or ratchet or wrench to tighten these up. Again, 6 foot-pounds. The nylocks will resist backing off. Don't go crazy. Basically, don't ever go crazy. All right, so we have now installed those socket heads and the nylocks. We're now going to install the end plates. Basically, we have a arrow washer and an M4 flathead cap screw right here. We also have an O-ring on the inside to not mar the surface. We do have carbon fiber end plates and sheet aluminum end plates. Sheet aluminum comes with them from the factory. If you want to upgrade to carbon, they cost a little bit more. 2.5 millimeter Allen wrench to tighten those flathead cap screws. With the rectangle end plates, we recommend the top and the bottom surface to be parallel to the ground, roughly. I eyeballed it, but you can also use a level really quickly. Tighten those to not very tight. It's an M4 fastener, don't go crazy. Probably around like 3 foot-pounds. I normally go to like snug and then maybe 1/8 of a turn or so. At this point, the install is almost done. We're basically going to fix some stuff in the trunk as far as ensuring that the trunk doesn't move as much as it does. There's a big rubber piece that we're going to replace, but otherwise the install is done. All right, guys, so in the trunk, we have these two large rubber deals. I've already replaced this one to try it out on our car, and it works really well. It's actually making the trunk a little bit more solid. Doesn't move as much, where this is just some really soft rubber. Ultimately, what we're going to do is yank this off. We're going to install 2 rivet nuts and then some low profile 30 millimeter long socket head cap screws with a jam nut. And then we're going to tune that so that as you shut the trunk, basically those ride right on the inside of the trunk. So basically to remove this, you're gonna yank pretty hard. It's not fun. Those are out. We're gonna install M6 rivet nuts right here. And ultimately what we're gonna do is, we have a video on this, but it's a 9/16 wrench, and that's gonna go on the tool. And then we're gonna use a 5mm Allen wrench and tighten it until the rivet nut is tight on this sheet metal. And then we'll go over real quickly how to do the rest of this part, which is just, again, low profile socket head cap screw, 30mm long with a jam nut. All right, so this is basically what it looks like after we've removed those rubber bumpers and we've installed steel rivet nuts into the trunk. And then we have the low profile socket head cap screws installed with the jam nuts tight on the rivet nut. That is then basically, after we close and open the trunk a few times, we make sure that we're making like slight impressions into the plastic. And then that's gonna transfer the load from the trunk to this structural area of the internal side of the trunk. So if you actually pull this off, there's actually steel there, and it's pretty stout. So basically we're reducing the amount of deflection that the trunk sees by making this a solid location, which then hits the chassis of the car, strengthening the trunk quite substantially. All right, guys, we have concluded installing our UCW wing on our VB WRX. Now follow our guide as far as angle of attack, and then basically set the wing angle for how you want to drive the car at speed. If you want a little bit more rear grip, you're going to want a higher angle of attack. If you want a little bit more front grip, you're going to want to reduce the angle of attack on track. On the street, it probably doesn't matter. Do whatever you'd like. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe wherever you want.